Hello and welcome to another episode of Sebastian Games Let's Play Terraria at Hogwarts. So, last episode we made the top of this courtyard and yeah, it turned out pretty nice and I'm sorry it was so dark. I managed to put some fireflies in a bottle just so that I can illuminate it more. Especially at night, you can barely see anything. Um, But like I said in last episode, I wanted to put actuators on these blocks in front of me, um, so that I wouldn't have to place any doors. And now I've got the actuators here. So for them to work, all you have to do is place them on the blocks that you want to make hidden, and then add the wire on top of it. Put some wire here and here, so that you can make room for the pressure plate. So it pretty much acts like a door because it's an entryway, or sorry, it's the way in order to get past something. So here I am going right through it. Oh, you don't really see it. Let me just get to my lot of Discord. Okay, so it turns off and turns on. Turns off, turn on. And the great thing about that is that you don't have to place doors. And I wanted to keep the structure of this whole top part and without having to place doors, which are really annoying because you have to keep opening and closing them. And if you forget to do so, all your NPCs die. At least the ones that are living in that area. So I'm gonna continue here. And we're gonna make each of these pillars actuated so that we can walk through them easily. They're pretty nifty, honestly. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the voice quality of this Let's Play is a bit improved from the last. I was using a microphone that came with the computer. It's the built-in one, and yeah, I realized after when I was editing it that it wasn't the best quality. You could hear a lot of the echo and whatever went on in my room, you could hear that too. So now that I've got this Rock Band microphone, which isn't exactly like top of the line or anything like that, it's just a lot more clear, at least from what I heard from the sound test. And voila. For now, I'm gonna leave this place alone. And like I said in last episode, I am going to create King's Cross Station. And I've decided that I want a train to come all the way up to here, to the snowy area, where I could probably make Hogsmeade. And that'd be great because I'd have King's Cross Station all the way to Hogsmeade Station, Hogsmeade, and then the boats to the castle, just like it would be in the Harry Potter series. So that's gonna be that's gonna be great to build later on. But for now, we're gonna focus on going all the way to the purity area, not this one, because it's quite short. Let me just get over this tree. Here we are, and this is the beginnings of the King's Cross Station. Now I've only done the bottom part, and what I wanted to do here is be able to increase it from the top actually, and make another arch like that. Now the arches on the bottom are going to be more squared, so I'm going to remove what I started, because I want them to be nice and squared, because the top ones are going to be the round ones. I've been looking at several images of King's Cross, and the one that helped me the most was the Universal Pictures Harry Potter ride. So that helped a lot to determine the materials that I needed. I realized that it's like King's Cross has tan walls, and then when Harry enters past the threshold of the train, the 9 3/4 platform, he ends up in the same station basically, but it's using a different brick, and that is the red brick. So I'm gonna actually show that upon the crossing of the threshold by just placing these bricks like that. Let me just throw out all this gel that I'm collecting. So now what I want to do is hammer that, and as you can see, by now you've entered the area where the Hogwarts Express would be leaving. Now you might be thinking, what about the train tracks? How are you gonna get that in there? Well, I was thinking of just placing them in there, just like that. And then you're entering here by the Hogwarts Express station. So just like that, and then with more minecart. And I thought, well, that looks cool. And then you can just have the last portion open, and then you can ride the train track all the way back to Hogwarts. But see, now what I thought of, because it's available, is pressure plate tracks. So if I use this in combination with the actuators, then I can just get the same effect that I did at the castle's courtyard. So I'm gonna quickly remove these endpoints, and just to show you what I wanted to do, I'm gonna place them down, and then grab my actuators. After I throw away this chill again, grab my actuators here, and then just place them just like that, and hopefully this works out. I haven't tested it prior to making the video, so this is really trial and error. And like I said, I hope it works out. So there we go. We got those pieces in. So now all I would have to do is get on the track myself. Do I fit? Is that the problem? Fitting? I might have to do these arches a bit taller. Let me see if that actually works. Yes, now I'm on the track. So I'm going to speed this up, and we're going to demolish all of this and rebuild it into a much bigger King's Cross. Okay, and that finishes the first floor. Looks pretty good. I don't really like the fact that it doesn't blend here. So I'm wondering what I should do there. Just those materials just don't mix. So maybe I can just combine them in some sort of subtle way. Kind of like that. Because I don't want it to seem like it's just holding itself there, but more like it's changing into. So we're gonna go ahead and maybe I can grab this block. Okay, so maybe I can try to combine this, make it into like a... Nope, no, it doesn't work. So yeah, we'll just leave the top part like that, and then we'll just put the sandstone slabs here. Now, if you're wondering how to make sandstone slabs, because they're a bit different from the regular sandstone. So you take sand and you take it to the heavy workbench, and that's where you're gonna see the sandstone slab. And that's great because it gives you materials that just like the stone slab itself, it gives you other materials to work with. So it's always good to figure out other materials to be able to construct your structures. Construct your structures, yes. In a way that looks like it actually is what you're trying to achieve. So we're just gonna make a smaller version of the arches, just like I had below. This time I'm gonna try to avoid trapping myself. So I'm just gonna make the top part, and then I'll fill in the pillars. Again, I'll just speed through this. Wow, I just realized that I threw away my sandstone slab. That is very dangerous. You don't want to throw away the materials you're working with. So what has taken the place? Huh. I guess I can grab this and put it down again. There you go. Okay. So, as I was doing, I've seen in the images that instead of having a middle like this, it does have a beam. And, well, there's no real beams to work with, steel beam. I mean, I'm gonna make it with this, which is ebonstone. You get that from the corruption. And you might see here in the map and just by seeing these gaps here, I have purified the corruption because it was just taking up too much of the purity, and I wanted a nice spot in order to make the King's Cross station. So yes, I have blown away whatever was the corruption in hopes of having a purer world. Now, I did say that I wanted the top parts to be rounder, and just as you had seen before, I had 2 blocks on top, just like that. And now what I can do with that is I can round out the edges, just like that. Well, not here. Okay, so I guess the question here now is, how would we be able to make them much rounder than I have already prepared them to be? I guess the only solution here is to place some 4 blocks wide and then 2. That way I can just go ahead and hammer. There you go. Took a while, but I found it. Hammer the edges like that, and then leave the beam just like that. Now I'm trying to figure out if I truly want it to be just like that, or if I want it to just be a subtle point at the top that makes it seem like it's curved. It seems to me that doing it this way, I was able to get more of a curve, and yeah, I think it wins instead of this, because it's very squared, and it doesn't look as round as I would like it to be. So I guess the best thing to do with it would be to just mimic it, mimic the other side. I realized that this block seems to connect more, I guess because sand isn't very adhesive. That's the only thing I can think of. I want to make sure that it all follows the same pattern. I'm just gonna keep on removing these pieces, and I mean, we seem to be well on our way. This is quite an improvement from having just the first layer, and having it not done proportionately correct, I guess. Well, there's no correct way of doing this, and that's the great thing about building in Terraria. There's no correct way or one way to do something, and if you're trying to mimic a 3D thing, it's going to be difficult in a 2D platform. So I guess all you can do is just hope for the best, and oh, I've forgotten already what the pattern was. Great. All you can do is hope for the best, and just create a way. Just let the juices flow, as they say. Your creativity, just let it expand. Let it flow into your work. It really is one great thing about sandbox games is that you can do whatever it is you imagine, and I guess this is the way that I envision Hogwarts to be like. So was I supposed to remove that? Yep, and then I just moved it out. So yeah, it's incredible how much you can do, and that's something that I wanted to bring to you guys here on YouTube is the fact that we're all just wanting to find new mediums to work on, and hey, when did that zombie get in there? Oh, I'm gonna die if I do that again. Okay, there you go. No, I won't. I'm okay. Well, we'll just leave the zombie trapped in there. It's no biggie. Anyway, but like I was saying, it's a great place, and YouTube is a great place to be able to get other people to join in that creativity. And so if you ever have any ideas and any tips about building Hogwarts, I'd gladly accept them in the comments. And yeah, we can make this into quite the Hogwarts, quite the experience. So now I'm going to continue on with the speed build just to finish it up, and you'll see the finished product. And there you have it, the final completed King's Cross station. As you can see, within the interior, there are parts that are darkened, like here, and that's only because I turned them off with the actuators. And I did that so that while maintaining the structural identity of the building, I pushed those blocks into the background so that it gives it a more 3D effect. Of course, you'd see these pillars closer to you, where if the station was dissected in half. But the beams would be far off into the wall, and so would these top arches. So I pushed them back, and I also removed this little space here so that the light can flood in, so that the building wouldn't solely depend on the torches. But yeah, it's turned out very nice. It's exactly what I envisioned, and it was a little hard to pull off, but I did it. Yeah, very proud. And well, I guess what's next in the series is continuing the tracks all the way back to. Ooh, that should be turned off. Let me just. There you go. I'll just get out of there. Not on the mic. Okay, there you go. So the next part would be to continue the train track all the way back to Hogwarts, or Hogsmeade, that is. I'll probably make a Hogsmeade station next, so that I can connect the two stations together. So thanks for watching another episode of Sebastian Games Let's Play Terraria at Hogwarts. I hope to see suggestions in the comments of any other buildings that you want to see built by me. And also any suggestions as to improvements of the buildings that I've already created. So yeah, I think it'd be a fun and pretty long project, but definitely worth it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye.